Hi everyone, today we're making little tarts, tartellini, just some small petite tarts. I was at Lidl's and I found this tray to make little mini tarts. And we're gonna fill them with different fillings. They're very nice for parties. It's basically the crostata that you would make for the Italian pies, your Easter pie, things of that nature. It's the same dough, and we're gonna utilize that. We're gonna fill it with lemon curd, cannoli cream, maybe some Nutella, lemon curd with blueberries and raspberries. We might even dip the rim of the tartlet with a little bit of chocolate to give it a pretty design and some good flavor. So I like to make these things because they're good for a dessert table, a birthday party, or you want to make something very quick. You can make this in steps. You can make the lemon curd one day, then it go to cream, cannoli cream another day, and then make your dough for the tarts, and then put it together the following day. A lot of these desserts that I make, you could do in steps. You don't have to do all in one day if you're pressed for time. So I have my dry ingredients in here, my baking powder and my flour. So I did sift that already. And to that, I'm gonna put my sugar in. Just let that mix up a little bit. I like to get that sort of like incorporated. And I'm gonna add my 2 eggs and egg yolks and let that give a little whirl. You can mix everything in together at the same time. We want a zest of a lemon. This gives the nice flavor to the crostata. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Make sure that you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you get the videos. Invite your friends to the Facebook page, see the videos. And a lot of the things I do have separate too. Like, so let's say you need to make cannoli cream. There's just a video just cannoli cream. You could also make cannolis if you don't have the tools to make cannolis for the shell. You could always make the dough real thin and then fry it in pieces like a chip. So you can make like a dip, cannoli cream, and pieces of the cannoli shell. That's nice too. I've done that before. It goes over real well. All right, so we got our zest in there. I'm gonna throw in the room temperature butter. And I'm gonna just shut that off for a minute. It's been sitting here for a while, so I wanna make sure I get all of it in. This is, you can't mess this up. Once this turns into a dough ball, we're gonna put a little bit of flour, work it, and then wrap it with some saran wrap. And it's gonna rest in the fridge for an hour before we roll it out to place inside those little tartlet molds. And what I like about that, I should have bought 2 of those. I bought 1 because I wasn't sure about the size, if I would like the size of it. It's so small. But when I think about it more, I happen to like the fact that you can make real petite ones. They're almost like a bite size, couple bites. Sometimes it's nicer to have something like that than have a big, huge piece of something. All right, this is done. That's all it takes. Okay? I'll take it out. I'll show it to you guys. And I already have my ricotta, my lemon curd made. I made yesterday, so I would have it ready for today. It takes me less time to put these things together that way. Okay. Let me get rid of this stuff. Put a little flour down on here. Here's the dough. Did all the work for me. It's very soft. This is why it's got to go in the refrigerator and stay in the refrigerator for a while, because it's got to get nice and hard again, so when you roll it out, it doesn't, it stays together. So that's all we're going to do is do this. A little bit of flour. Okay, we're just going to work it into a little ball. You can even half this if you wanted to, but you could slice it when it's all said and done. I'm just giving it a little press. It's basically done. There's nothing else really to do to it. But like I said, this is a really great thing if you're doing a birthday party or you're invited somewhere and you want to make something homemade to take with you. This is what I would make, especially if you're pressed for time. Okay, so there's the dough. All made. I'm gonna wrap that with aluminum foil. We'll let it rest for an hour and then we'll continue. Okay? Let me get my saran wrap and we'll let this rest. 1 hour, guys, in the refrigerator, okay? All right, guys, the dough's rested. Took it out of the refrigerator. I started to a little piece at a time. It's very hot. So I am taking little sections off the dough itself and rolling it out and then placing it in here in the tray, forming it, pressing it up against it. This has already been sprayed, and then just cutting off any little edge piece that I need to cut off. Okay, they'll go into the oven. Before they go into the oven too, I'll take a fork and I'm just gonna do a little impression of the fork in it, just in case it doesn't pop, doesn't rise. And I'm using, you could use whatever you want. If you have a cookie cutter, the size that fits your tart, use that. Mold, if not, find something, a cup, a glass that fits exactly what more or less it should be. You got to work quickly with this dough because it does, when it gets room temperature, it gets really bad. So you want it to stay pretty cold. Okay, and again, just forming it in here, letting this up against that, and then I'll go back in and I will trim off the excess. But I want to try to get it nice and where it has all the imprint of the little pie. Okay, and then I'll just cut off the top part of it. Okay. They'll go into the oven. When they come back, we'll decorate. Hi guys, we're back. So the short crust or the pasta frolla tarts are out of the oven. They're cooled off, so we're gonna fill them. And like I said, I have the lemon curd. You can find the recipe on my webpage, and on my Facebook page or YouTube. And then I have the cannoli cream. So let's go ahead and fill them. This is one of the most perfect ones that I got out, along with these that are here. You will get some that the middle rises. So I also tried doing a few of them where I, instead of rolled out the dough, took little balls and pressed them in the tin, because they're very tiny, so it's hard. It's different than doing, a larger size pie crust. So let's go ahead and fill these and decorate them. That looks really pretty. This is the lemon curd. This is really, really delicious. You can dip the sides of these in chocolate. Real pretty as well. I pipe because it's just easier to place in the little circle instead of using a spoon. And it has been so extremely hot in my house, even with the AC cranking. It's humid out, hurricane coming through, A lot of stuff going on, I guess. I should move this down a little bit more so you can see here. The cannoli cream, I have to tell you, I'm very, very satisfied with the flavor and the recipe. So if you haven't tried it yet, I suggest you do. Tell me what you think. Okay. And we're gonna decorate these with a raspberry on top. Put a blueberry. Let me get some maraschino cherries. And like I said, these are very pretty for a party, a dessert table. And usually I'd have these prepared already, but I have forgotten, so I apologize. Because you really want to drain them off. Avoid some of that red juice to hit the cannolis. But there you have it. I'll bring a little bit closer. You could dust them with a little bit of powdered sugar. Let's try some. Looks really pretty. Makes the crust look nice. And there you have it, guys. Who wouldn't want to eat one of these, huh? I think anybody. And my mom, who really, really loves lemon, I think is going to enjoy these. I dedicate this video to my cousin, T, who loves lemon curd. So, girl after my own heart. Enjoy. Thank you again for watching. Please share the video. Share the page with your friends and everyone on Facebook. And until we meet again, keep baking, keep trying things. Like I said, I did some of the short crust or the pasta frolla with, by pressing, just grabbing like a ball of the dough and pressing it in there because it's so tiny. That seemed to work as well. So you trial and error, but at the end of the day, when you fill them, they look perfect. Very nice. You can see the nice edges on it. How beautiful. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks again.